Okay, market is hand factor Nigeria info and Heron Port Harcourt. I'm Dyer. 7 minutes gone past 4 p.m. Discussions continue. Thanks for staying tuned. Live pictures that I'm seeing right here in the studio from our studios here indicates that collation of results has resumed in Adamawa State. Collation of results from the supplementary polls held there over the weekend, of course. Collation of results resumes in Adamawa State. There are live pictures coming in even right now of that process in Adamawa State. But this conversation in this hour is very much related to this situation. But before I go to the topic of today's discussion for this hour, I suppose the reason the collation of results has resumed in Adamawa is this story as well. This one from the Vanguard. Adamawa APC candidate Aisha Bidani loses bid to stop Guba election results. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday declined to hear an ex-party application on the candidate of the APC, Senator Aisha Dahiru Ahmed, filed for an order to halt further action on the ongoing governorship election in Adamawa State. Rather, the court, in a ruling delivered by Justice Inyang Ekwo, ordered the council that appeared for the applicant, Mr. Mohammed Sharif, to address whether or not it has the requisite jurisdiction to entertain the matter. Justice Ekwo thereafter adjourned the suit to April 26 for counsel to the applicant to address the court on the issue of jurisdiction. Even though a lawyer, Afiz Matambi, announced his appearance for the incumbent governor of Adamawa State, Amadu Fintiri, he was, however, not allowed to address the court since the APC candidate brought the action through an ex-party application. So I suppose that's the reason the collation of results has resumed in Adamawa at the moment. But that's not the focus of this conversation. Now, here is the focus of this conversation. Story here, this one courtesy Sahara Reporters. Nigerian electoral body, INEC, writes Police Inspector General to prosecute suspended Adamawa Resident Commissioner Yunusa Ari. And here's the story. INEC has asked the IG of Police, Usman Baba, to investigate and prosecute its Adamawa State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Hudu Yunusa Ari, of the violation of the provision of the Electoral Act 2022 during Saturday's supplementary governorship election in Adamawa. Yunusa Ari on Sunday declared the governorship candidate of the APC, Aishatu Dahiru Ahmed, a winner of the gubernatorial election while collation was yet to be completed. The Electoral Commission nullified the announcement and invited the REC to the INEC headquarters. On Tuesday, INEC announced that at its meeting it discussed matters arising from the Adamawa governorship election and decided to, quote, write to the IG of Police for the immediate investigation and possible prosecution of the resident electoral commissioner for Adamawa State, Hudu Yunusa Are. Quote, request the Secretary to the Government of the Federation to draw the attention of the appointed authority to the unwholesome behavior of the REC for further action. The collection process shall resume at a time to be determined by the returning officer. There you have it. Nigerian electoral body INEC writes police IG to prosecute suspended Adamawa Resident Commissioner Yunusa Ari. I'm asking you this. How would you rate INEC's handling of this situation? And not just INEC, by the way. So how would you rate INEC's handling of this situation? How would you rate the police's handling of this situation as well? Let's talk about this for a bit. Remember that when Yunusa Ari, the resident electoral commissioner in Adamawa State, was reading out this election result, obviously not the result of the elections, was reading out something that he claimed was the result of the election. Reports have it that he was accompanied by the Commissioner of Police in Adamawa State. Reports also have it he was accompanied by the director of the DSS in the state as well. So they provided security cover for him to carry out this illegality. And you would expect that they should have known that what was going on was an illegality. One of the things that should have told them that this was wrong was he was not the person expected to do that. Resident electoral commissioners were not the ones who announced the results of these elections in their states. The returning officers are the ones who are given that mandate by law and by electoral act to do so. So that should have been the first sign to them. If they did not see anything else or perceive anything else, that should have been the first intelligence report or the first intelligence information that something is going wrong here, something is not going quite right. However, once again, the whole world knows something is going wrong, except the people whose only job it is to know that something is going on. So, anyways, how would you rate INEC's handling of this matter so far, and the handling of the matter by the relevant security agencies as well, and even the appointing authorities, the federal government? Let's get your take on this. The line's open now. Call 070-0923-0923. That's 070-0923-0923. We're live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Also join us via Twitter and YouTube. Just search for Nigeria Info PH. How would you rate INEC's handling of this situation so far? And speaking of INEC's response to this, the first thing INEC did was to nullify the results that were declared by the Adamawa State Resident Electoral Commissioner. And after doing that, I believe he was invited to Abuja. Reportedly, he did not make it to the INEC head office in Abuja. And then the next thing that made the rounds was that INEC had declared him suspended, or INEC had suspended him, and asked another person in Adamawa State to take over the functions of running the office in Adamawa State. And now, after a meeting held today, supposedly some communication may have been made to the IG of police to investigate and possibly prosecute the resident electoral commissioner for Adamawa State. So once again, decided to, quote, write to the IG police for the immediate investigation and possible prosecution of the resident electoral commissioner for Adamawa State, Hudu Yunusa Ari. How would you rate what is your perception on the handling of this most incredible, really incredible situation? How has INEC handled this, in your estimation? Handled it well enough, or maybe not well enough? How about security and prosecuting agencies? Have they handled this well enough, or not well enough as well? Once again, let's get your take. If you're unable to reach the 0700 number, you may also try to call 0817 923 0002 or 0003 or 0007 at 0817 923 0002 or 0003. I've got a comment here already. The INEC officials are corrupt, just as the returning officer is corrupt. I rate INEC 0 or F9. Adamawa election 0. The returning officer should be arrested. And that's from Tony. Hello, hard factor, welcome.
Hello, Dayo.
Hello, go ahead.
Good afternoon.
All right, go ahead, please.
Okay, quick one. INEC is trying to sanitize the system. Or it does appear that the law does not empower INEC. From the appointment of the REC, INEC doesn't have input. Those REC have political inclination, either aligning to a particular party A or party B. You see their activities manifesting in that way. Now, if INEC has the power or input in the appointment of REC, or has some level of authority in the process of dismissal of REC, perhaps the system will be better. But in this case, they could just appoint card-carrying members of a political party to participate at REC, and they will do the bidding of their paymasters. So you will not expect anything better. the police will not also do much.
Why?
Because, yes, fine. Somehow they are answerable to these people who make the REC, who appointed the REC. So if he's doing the bidding of his paymaster, and it does appear he found himself in this problem, INEC asking the police to investigate him. There is no good report. There's nothing to see than what will be seen.
Are you suggesting that all resident electoral commissioners are biased persons politically?
I can't hear you, please.
Are you suggesting that every resident electoral commissioner is politically biased?
Yes, of course. Yes, we know.
Okay, how about the much celebrated professor who claimed that she was threatened, she received offers of a bribe, and yet she went ahead to announce the correct results? If you say all RECs are politically biased,
used to listen to the public outcry. Some persons used to listen to the public outcry. Some persons were like their political inclination were noted before the National Assembly. Nothing happened. It's not about not only the best word, but they were screened despite public outcry. And this is what we are seeing now. So the police will not do much. The same problem, the same issue will repeat itself. The political class allow loopholes in our system to enable them perfect whatever they want to perfect. That is what we are seeing.
All right. Hello, 91.3.
Oh, good afternoon, my brother. I greet you.
Go ahead, please. Hello. 90 minutes gone past 4. Let's get your take still. Automaker for INEC's handling of this situation and relevant security and prosecuting agencies as well. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dad.
Hi, please.
Okay, Chuku Michael, I'm calling from Rumibo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, while it seems as if INEC is trying to do anything to remedy its image, I don't really buy any nonsense. Let me not say nonsense, anything that they are trying to do right now.
Okay.
Because this particular shenanigans, all these things played out during the general election. And he was the one at the forefront of it. He was the one at the center of all the illegalities that transpired during the general election. And he did nothing about it.
Who are you referring to?
I'm referring to the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu.
When you say he was at the center of it all, what are you referring to? Center of what exactly?
He was at the center of election malpractice, the rigging that took place. He rigged the election in front of everybody.
How could he have done that? Let me ask you a question. Assuming the election result in your polling unit, and that's a big assuming, was rigged, how did the INEC chairman, who was very likely in Abuja at the time, how did he rig the election in your polling unit?
First of all, he told us that every result was going to be shown, it was going to be transmitted. And we waited for him to see the result transmitted, and it was not transmitted. Even when people noted and pointed it out, he didn't do anything about it.
Well, at the time the election was going on, maybe there was nothing he could have done about it. But INEC did apologize for that, and I think they amended that situation in the governorship and State House of Assembly elections.
Are we supposed to accept the apology?
Oh well.
Come on, really?
Well, he did apologize.
This is real business, and some people who were not supposed to be elected governors and presidents have been elected, and you're talking about apology. Huh? So we are going to suffer the next 8 years again because of somebody's mistake. Huh? All these things that is playing out now, we know them. He's just trying to use this particular guy now as an scapegoat. It's not as if it's a decision about it.
So how about agents? How would the rates they handle far?
All involved. Are they trying? They don't know. To know what is right. They don't. It's the thing. They are the ones that know everything. Like them, they are being paid to know it. I beg the sugar and sit down. I beg. We know all this in the.
Breaking news: IGP has just withdrawn the CP of Adamawa State with immediate effect. That's from Dan. We'll check that out in a moment.